Good afternoon and welcome to this press conference announcing a substantial investment in our local aviation industry. Ryanair is a household name for Maltese travellers, and in recent years, the airline cemented its relationship with Malta even further. In 2019, it established a sister airline that places our country's name on its livery, Malta Air. Ryanair has also registered a growing number of aircraft on its Niner Hotel register, on our Niner Hotel register. And today, Ryanair is announcing another substantial investment in Malta by means of its new MRO operations. Ryanair's aircraft will now be repaired at the Malta International Airport, Luqa, thus enabling more seamless operation for the group while creating new quality jobs locally. The MRO facility will join other MRO centres of international repute based in Malta, such as Lufthansa Technik, SRT Malta, and Medavia. So without further ado, I welcome Ryanair's DAC Chief Executive Officer, Eddie Wilson, to deliver his address.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak here today for this substantial announcement for Prime Minister Abela, Minister Dali and Minister Shembri. Thank you very much. And also to the representatives from Malta Enterprise and from Indus as well. You've made us feel very welcome here today. The announcement today is about we've got 500 aircraft on our register throughout the various group airlines, and we need to maintain those aircraft. We've got 40 bays facilities here with over 3,000 staff throughout Europe, and now that's an overall investment of about 260 million euros, and today we're announcing the extension of that into Malta here on our 12th maintenance facility, and we hope to grow that in the years ahead. So that will involve we will hope up to 250 jobs. It'll be done in a phased development. We'll initially start this October with 20 jobs with one bay, and then we'll gradually grow that along the same template as to what we've done in the other facilities throughout Europe. So it is a substantial vote of confidence of Ryanair, the Ryanair Group, into Malta. We have, we want to cement our relationship here. We have 2 AOCs. We've got 6 aircraft based here. We've got 62 destinations, and we will continue to invest also with the SIM operation that we have here with Fravel as well. And I think today, putting a maintenance facility here in Malta copper fastens our investment here, and I think our confidence in the ability for Malta to support that. The challenge, I suppose, for the partnership between Ryanair and Malta is that, Malta, not unlike our home country in Ireland, is a peripheral nation within the European Union, and there are many calls for, I suppose, increased taxes on connectivity, and we need to work together on that to make our economies, because a large part of our economies here in peripheral nations is driven by tourism and connectivity. And talking earlier to Minister Dali, we talked about the importance for foreign direct investment, that you have connectivity for workers coming from other countries as well, where you've got temporary labour shortages as well. And that was a significant advantage for Ireland, which up until recently was attracting 50% of foreign direct investment from the United States, because we were able to open up our connectivity and on very low prices into European labour markets. And that's something that we need to continue to grow here. From an environmental perspective, we've got outstanding credentials on that. We have a B rating on CDP, B+, and that's going to go to A. And we're also the #1 airline for ESG with Sustainalytics in Europe. So we're committed to that. And a cornerstone of that is lots of people talk about the environment, but we're investing $21 billion in 210 aircraft that are arriving. The first 65 have arrived, and many of those will arrive over the next 5 years. We want Malta Air, David's here today, and also the other AOC within Lauda to attract as much of that capacity as possible into Malta, and having the maintenance facility today, I think, really, really helps. I suppose we have to look as well at the challenges that are here for the industry at the moment. Ryanair has insulated itself from most of those. We have grown from summer 19 to summer 22. We're fully recovered, and we are at 115% of capacity in summer 19. Many of our competitors are in trouble because of staff shortages. We kept all of our people employed during this period, and that has helped us, but we still have the challenges of restrictions in air traffic control and sub-providers as well, which is making it difficult, but we are good partners to have. We are stable partners. We are probably the only airline that has, in fact, the only airline that has grown capacity in a shrinking European market, and that's important, I think, for Malta as you seek to recover your tourism numbers. So I know we've got a lot of speakers here today. Thank you for the opportunity to speak here today. We're stable partners for you. We thank you for the assistance that we've had, particularly from Malta Enterprise and also from Indus and all the associated people. It's easy to do business. It makes me feel like we are doing business in Ireland, which is always easy. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. Thank you. I am truly confident that today's announcement will solidify Malta's aviation industry in the months to come. And I would now like to welcome Minister for the Environment, Energy and Enterprise, Dr. Miriam Dalli, to address this press conference.
Good afternoon, everyone. Prime Minister, Minister Shkambri, Mr. Wilson and Mr. O'Brien, colleagues and also distinguished guests. Today is indeed a momentous occasion as we send a clear message that Malta is continuing on its path to attract global economic operators of strong international repute to our shores. And indeed today we are celebrating another important milestone in the ever-growing mutual collaboration between Ryanair and our country. Ryanair is more than just an important operating carrier for the Maltese Islands, because Ryanair has now truly established itself as a full-service aviation hub. Indeed, Ryanair and its Malta subsidiary, the ongoing registration of aircrafts, and now with a fully fledged MRO facility here in Malta, Ryanair is clearly showcasing Malta's capabilities as a center of excellence in the aviation sector. And honestly, thank you, Mr. Wilson, for your remarks, and mostly for the trust Ryanair continues to show towards Malta and also the ability of the Maltese workforce. The maintenance and repair operators represent an industry that is a solid pillar of quality-driven economic growth for our dynamic economy. And today we host major global operators, together with more specialized operators that together are creating a strong ecosystem in this industry. Our strategic geographical positioning, together with our strong import-export links for air freight and shipping, enhance Malta's attractiveness as a vibrant MRO service industry. However, it is indeed our committed workforce which truly elevates Malta's proposition to this industry. Our experienced human resources in MRO facilities, support and back office services, together with a high level of attractiveness for expatriates, make Malta an ideal alternative for this growing global industry. And on this front, we are committed to ensure that Malta keeps providing this industry and also other industries with the much-needed human capital that can drive growth and innovation in the years to come. We were having this discussion earlier on, and we are cognizant that talent is key for the future growth of this industry, whilst at the same time, this industry can and will provide quality careers for our workers. And it is this vision for better quality and value in everything that we produce that guides our decisions. This will allow our economy to level up its competitiveness and enhance its productivity levels, whilst guaranteeing a better standard of living for our workers and our communities at large. We believe that the best way to do so is by working together with yourselves, with all the industry players, to determine the gaps in skills that can be filled by industry-led and government-supported initiatives. In the years to come, Malta shall be further sophisticating its positioning as a regional aviation hub. We are open for investment by companies working on engineering and technologies for the aviation industry, as well as aviation component manufacturing. Currently, Malta Enterprise, together with the Civil Aviation Directorate, is also working on establishing a drone business ecosystem in Malta, which testifies our country's ability to serve as a test base for innovative industries. We want to support companies whose prototypes would be successfully developed in Malta to translate their operation to a manufacturing outpost, making use of the export expertise and facilities already available for established manufacturers here in Malta. And my message to other interested players in the industry is that Malta is truly, as you can see, open for business. Malta is welcoming operations that will create value locally and enhance the quality of the service offered to international operators. As the Minister responsible for Malta Enterprise, I cannot but thank the team led by CEO Kurt Farrugia on this important occasion. Similarly, I would like to thank Indus for all their efforts to conclude the agreement. I know that this project has and had its particular set of challenges, but with perseverance from Malta Enterprise and from Indus, as well as our colleagues from Ryanair, here we are today, officially cementing the project and eager to start these operations. I would like also to show my gratitude to Prime Minister Robert Abela for his unwavering commitment and support that ensures that projects of this magnitude are supported all throughout by different government agencies. It makes all the difference. It is this can-do approach that has ensured a solid FDI investment flow in this country, despite the challenges of the pandemic and beyond. So whilst I congratulate again the team at Ryanair, let me assure you of our unwavering support to you and also the wider aviation industry in Malta. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Dalli. I now wish to invite Minister for the Economy, European Funds and Lands, Mr. Silvio Schembri, to deliver his address.
Thank you, Prime Minister, Mr. Dalli, Mr. Wilson, and Aurelie, distinguished guests. It is a great pleasure for me to be here with you today and honored that we are witnessing the latest testament to the attractiveness of Malta and its global standing as a quintessential investment location. Today, this standing is elevated to an even more prominent level as we are privileged to announce this multi-million investment by Europe's largest airline, Ryanair. This announcement takes on an even higher significance as it comes in the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has devastated impact on the global airline industry, indisputably bringing to its knees and catastrophically erasing decades of growth in a span of just a few short months. During this extremely challenging period, we have strived to provide the most feasible and achievable means of support and safeguard for the aviation industry, not only to limit the negative impact, but to also lay the groundwork for the creation of new opportunities once the situation allowed us to do so. And this is one such memorable occasion. Malta Enterprise, with the support that they have provided, together with Indus, which is allocating an area which totals 7,500 square meters to Ryanair for the first phase of this project. Amongst other facilities, this will mainly comprise of a one-bay hangar of 3,200 square meters, a 2,400 square meters wash bay, and 1,200 square meters of office space. This project will enable the company in the short term to carry out maintenance, repairs, and overhaul operations on its aircraft in Malta, initially with a workforce of 20 employees. However, this would only be the start. As it has already been mentioned, Ryanair plans to expand into a 3-bay hangar in the second phase of this project, engaging additional employees totaling more than 250 employees after the 4th phase. We are undeniably eager to witness the implementation and execution of this project and remain wholly committed to support the aviation industry in its recovery and return to growth. Therefore, in this Malta's ongoing upgrade of taxiway Lima, which runs parallel to what we informally refer to as the short runway, should be seen in this light. Once completed, the upgraded taxiway will be able to handle larger aircrafts up to Code E, providing facilities on that side of the airport with better access, as well as offering the possibility to target clients that were previously unable to be serviced. In the longer term, Indus Malta is also collaborating with other entities and stakeholders on the airport zone strategy plan, seeking to further develop currently underutilized and dilapidated sites within and around the airport perimeter, as well as create high-quality and sustainable aviation-related clusters. This ambitious and pivotal plan would not only address the immediate objectives required to strengthen and consolidate our aviation industry, but also future-proof our industrial infrastructure, which will ultimately enable further investment in both and new expansion projects. Such valuable investments and strategies build on our previous initiatives, which, amongst others, enable us to spur and facilitate the growth of the aviation cluster within the Safi Aviation Park and Park 4 area within the Malta International Airport. Indeed, it has taken a great deal of scrutiny, deliberation, and hard work, as well as the right economic environment to bolster the aviation cluster, and even more so to breathe new life into the same industry following the adverse circumstances of the recent past. Therefore, initiatives of this level are a source of great satisfaction, as they fit perfectly with our vision to support investment and, in so doing, enable the country to attract new niches and opportunities that would therefore generating more wealth and quality employment of our employees. On my last note, I would like to conclude by reiterating our indisputable support, even from the Prime Minister itself, to be able to act as a facilitator as a government, not only as a government, but also our entities, to try to give an efficient support in what you require in order to be able to do business here in Malta. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister Xkembri. I would now like to invite the Honourable Prime Minister, Dr. Robert Abela, to share with us his thoughts about this investment.
Thank you, Claire. Colleagues, dear colleagues, Mr. Wilson, Mr. O'Brien. Good afternoon to everyone. I indeed welcome the announcement by Ryanair to set up a maintenance, repairs and overhaul facility in our islands. This investment is indeed another very important milestone in our thriving aviation history. A €20 million investment in a new repair and maintenance facility in Malta, which will, over a relatively brief span of time, lead to 250 new quality carriers in Malta. The first phase of this investment is already underway by taking over an existing one-bay hangar. Through it, Ryanair can then quickly set up its operation within a few weeks. The next phase, as was already explained, would then be to identify another area where Ryanair would then be able to construct a new 3-bay hangar according to the company's specifications. The announcement of a few weeks ago that Ryanair will be offering a record 62 routes from Malta shows and proves the significance of Ryanair's contribution, very important contribution to the local economy. By setting up a maintenance and repairs operation in Malta, Ryanair will now turn its Maltese operations into a full service hub. We are proud, very proud, of our workforce, a very talented workforce, and know that Ryanair's decision to build a maintenance and repairs facility here comes from our excellent reputation for providing a fast, efficient, and reliable service. I am also aware of the industry's emphasis on employees' availability. That is a concern to all. The MRO sector employs more than 1,000 employees, all enjoying good working conditions. This means that today's announcement will see another 250 careers in this sector, which will lead to a 25% growth in employment in this particular sector. I note the prudent approach of Ryanair, committing to employ 20 employees in phase one of this investment. Here, I reconfirm our commitment as a government to ensure that we have our educational institutions and specialized academies ready to prepare our workforce for the industry. To this effect, we plan to deliver our support towards technical upskilling programs led by the industry itself to address the skills gap in the aviation sector. Our vision is that this could be the precursor to a technical institute that will support the required human capital for this and other industries in the years to come. Malta is indeed becoming an aviation center of excellence, and as such, we must continue to build the industry in a sustainable manner. The government is here to support the industry in this evolutionary growth phase. We have fully supported this sector during one of the most challenging periods to the aviation sector, the pandemic, showing our foresight and knowledge of the industry and having trust in how it would eventually regenerate itself. And we will continue to support the sector. We are simplifying processes and ensuring that we are part of the process optimization. We are an optimal testbed for new technologies that will assist the industry's pressing HR needs. The MRO sector is a significant pillar in the aviation industry. I would therefore like to thank the major operators, Lufthansa Technik, also SR Technik. Only a few weeks ago I had the opportunity, together with Ministers Schembri and Dalli, to inaugurate their impressive new 6-bay facility. I would also like to thank Medavia, amongst others. Their excellent service has put Malta's reputation at the forefront of this important industry worldwide. Adding Ryanair to the sector will continue to improve our already good reputation as a hub for aircraft maintenance and also repairs. The investment which we announced today confirms how we can support different sectors to continue to expand in Malta. We are also looking at expanding the sector and driving innovation. We want further research and development, UAV innovators, and also engine shops. Our entities are geared up to discuss possible new ventures and also expansions. Fortunately, we enjoy a dynamic and diversified economy. We are seeing healthy growth in manufacturing, technology, tourism, and also in the services sector. I have been having the pleasure to inaugurate and visit pharmaceutical companies, the life sciences sector, and also technology companies. And we will keep pushing and driving further to strengthen the different aspects of tech, be it fintech, the financial services sector, green tech, medical, and also biotechnology. Also, our support will keep pushing our support for startups that are bringing so much innovation to our country. Our focus then is on quality careers as well as driving sustainability. Friday's positive announcement by the Financial Action Task Force that Malta has been removed from the grey list will continue to improve our standing as an ideal place to do business. And I am very proud to say that the overarching principle will keep focusing on the ease of doing business. Malta now, as of last Friday, enjoys a clean bill of health because of the work we started carrying out well before the grey listing episode. We are now in the whitelist and we plan to stay there. And that is why the work which has been done prior to the grey listing episode led to Malta being delisted in record time. And that is precisely why my message to foreign investors is one of optimism. Once again, I would like to take the opportunity to thank Ryanair for consolidating their investment in Malta and expanding into a new area of aviation business on our islands. Through entities such as Transport Malta, the Civil Aviation Department, Malta Enterprise, and in this, as well as the various ministries, and myself as Prime Minister, we will always ensure constant support throughout your investments in Malta. I would also like to thank Minister Silvio Xkembri, Minister Miriam Dalli, Malta Enterprise, a special thanks to Kurt Farrugia, and in this for their important contribution in ensuring the realization of this investment. Thank you. A particular thanks goes to, naturally, Ryanair, and I look forward to inaugurating each phase of your €20 million investment. Thank you so much. Thank you.